within 5 minutes, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. And again, I thank you for your time.
Very well, Mr. Wagner.
First and foremost, if I can explain something for you that will help. What we had gone through with prior advertising authority was we waited. And by waiting, it created problems. The reason I brought forward in the way I did in the last meeting was simply because I thought something needed to be done immediately. I didn't want to be in a situation to where we wait, it gets worse. And this, we're talking 2 years ago this happened. I mean, it's still fresh. Yeah, I've done a lot of research on my own as well. I don't think you did anything wrong. Like I said the last time, if it was something where I felt that way, I would be the one to put you on as my appointment because I believe I had it. When that time comes, I'm going to make that recommendation if it's this afternoon at the next meeting. And I'm comfortable with that. So I hope that helps you as far as your integrity is concerned, that I still have faith in you. One thing I do have concerns about is there's still a little bit of gray area. I don't think it is from you. I don't really think it's from the headline surfer. It's just an odd situation that this has become. I don't want to make it more newsworthy than it needs to be. I think it's something that we can take care of, and it's something I'd ask for you to look into when you get back in there as well and provide some clarity. I personally have no problem. I actually read the Headline Surfer. I think they write some great articles. I don't agree with any media 100% of the time, and probably not even 50% of the time, honestly, when it comes down to it. But I like our local media, and I accept the fact that they're the watchdogs and they're looking out for things. That's where, just so you know, that was my position about the taking you off the board. It was that something needed to be done. There's nothing I could do with the director. There's, obviously Jason Davis is the chair, and he said he didn't do anything wrong, and I don't think he did either. So that's why I did it. It wasn't a personal matter. It wasn't that I thought you did anything illegal. I just thought it didn't seem right. But based on what you're telling me now and putting on the record and my conversations with a lot of people, I'm comfortable. So if that, I don't know when that time comes up. I know I have appointments, because I'm the third appointment this afternoon.
You are District 1?
No,
No, you're 2. You're 2.
I thought Jason's got,
No, I don't have any. All my appointments are over.
I thought it rolled 3. They only have 4 members, right?
They have 5.
Well, I thought one more got put on.
Yeah,
That's why
that's-
someone told me I was getting another appointment because of that.
Yeah. I know Ms. Cusack, and it's in the agenda, is Ms. Cusack and District 1 Pat.
Marcy, I was told another appointment was popping up because of this.
Last meeting, everyone spoke about 3 appointments, but Mr. Clapsaddle appeared at the meeting by telephone, and
So
therefore
he
it wasn't a
wasn't-
second absence, no, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I can't reappoint you. I apologize. I was told that possibility would be there, but it's not. The way they do the appointment process doesn't stop from someone else doing it.
And Ms. Denny's?
If I could respond to your statement.
Oh.
I'm comfortable, I assume, with the $10,000 situation with them. The $10,000 was put in the policies and procedures of the SBA, the Broward County Attorney's Office. That $10,000 is there for things like this that don't require, because they don't reach the dollar value. Now, there's been some concern about this $1 business. There's other things that have gone through there, just saying $10,000. And to me, it wasn't a difference. But I want to make one thing clear. All the talk's been about the website. The $10,000 also bought 2,500 videos of everything that's been shot in Southeast Felicia at every event for the last 5 years. We paid close to $1,500 for one photo for one of our billboards to make it do, because it was unique. It had to be to fit the aspect. So in my consideration, in my view of that buy, the buy was well worth the buy for the access to the media and the art collection, because the electronic media is where it is right now and where it's going. So when that buy came through, and I only found out about that towards the tail end of the process, when I actually saw the final proposal. To me, that's what my concern was, and I voiced that to Ms. Talladega several times. My problem with this was that it was very difficult in these trying times, because this Beach Weeks thing was a magnificent operation, first time through with the authority, first time running their own program. The bed tax shows it worked. But it only worked because myself and one other board member jumped in and tried to fill the void, because a lot of the stuff went out the front door with Mr. Hamby when he left, because he was in his head. That put me in a very unusual situation, which, again, the county attorney was there with me most of the time, and he can attest to this, of trying to fend off me making the decision for somebody else to make the decision.
That's, just so you know, overwhelmingly, you're being credited for saving the community and people in New Smyrna in that area are saying that, and that's a big part of it. That you stepped up to the plate and really did things over and beyond that anyone could ask you to do as a volunteer. So that was part of my reasoning with everything. They know it, and the community appreciates it.
And Ms. Dennis?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. This was the reason that I had asked for a delay to get the rest of the story before removing you at the last meeting, very honestly. There's always more to the story. And I know, because I was talking to our auditor, Bernadette, on something separate from this. She was in my office, and she said, by the way, you need to know the policies and procedures and protocol that your chair, Palmer Wilson, put in down at the Southeast Volusia Ad Authority. When we ask for something, all they have to do, staff has to do, is fill in the blank and click, and it answers what we need immediately. It's an immediate response. She said she does not have that kind of response from any other organization. So I know what you did during Beach Weeks. I know that you stepped up to the plate, as our community always does in Southeast Volusia. And going forward, here's my concern. Scrutiny, we're all about accountability and transparency, and make no excuse for that. However, I think the same level of scrutiny provided to Southeast Volusia needs to also be provided to all 3 ad agencies. The same level of scrutiny and questioning, whether it's this dollar amount, especially when we're talking $10,000, especially in some of the other things of concern that we have heard here at the BSN regarding to other ad authorities that have not made the headlines and have gone unreported. I mean, not for nothing, Southeast Volusia is doing well, and you're right, we have been up over double digits, 14% in year to year in our bed taxes, and I know what happened in Beach Weeks down there and the hours that you volunteered. Unfortunately, you got caught in a perfect storm of policies, personality, and politics all at the same time. I know what you've done for the community in a very positive way, as do most people. I mean, I still believe most people do things for the right reasons, and I'm going to continue to believe that. So, Mr. Wilson, hopefully, if it's possible, you will continue to serve in a very positive way in Southeast Volusia. You know, we are the sweet spot, and we're continuing to get better. And I want to thank you for your service. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Kuzak?
Mr. Wilson, thank you for coming to give us the other side of the story. I truly believe that it is absolutely necessary that we as a government entity do what we feel at the time is what's best for the citizens that we represent. And you're one of those citizens. I think that we moved a little fast, but we live in a democratic society, and it was proven that it was what was a 4-3 vote. So I want you to know that I appreciate your service. I understand that this is a volunteer position, and you have no commitment to us to give of your time and service, only for the good of East Volusia and my hometown, New Smyrna Beach. So I want you to know that we appreciate what you've done. I think that we do have an opportunity to do some things that can maybe take a look at where we are and move forward. But I want you to know I applaud you for coming. That would probably be the type of thing that I just think that you just have to tell the whole story. And so, again, for me as a council member, and all of us, we just want to do what's right for the citizen. And we do the very best, given the information that we have, and that's how we make the decision. Sometimes we err, but it's human to err. And when we can fix things, we try to do that. But just thank you and know that we applaud you and we appreciate you, and we thank you so much for the service that you have provided for the citizens in Southeast Volusia County. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Any other council comments? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Ms. McGee. You would love, all right, order.